So the topic of the day is the California governor's race.
Yes.
What do you think?
What are you saying is odd about today?
I think one of them better win that aren't Republicans. And that's the problem with our primary system, is that we could end up with two Republicans running against each other in the full election.
Well, it's making me very nervous because of the top two candidate primary. It's very possible that two Republicans could take those top candidate votes, and then we're really messed up.
Any Democrat will be better than a Republican, because Republicans just stand for greed and rape.
I think the swaggering sheriff who drags your ass out of the car smiling would be a terrible person to be in power, and the smarmy Australian scared the shit out of me.
I definitely do not want a choice between two MAGA Republicans for the governorship. That would be a disaster.
I don't want a MAGA bootlicker to be our next governor.
I would like to see Katie Porter. I'd like to see a woman in that office, and I think she's as smart as they come.
I'm thinking Basara, he's okay.
Not sure at all about Steyer, although if push came to shove, I will have that Democrat. That will have to do. Basara, I think, is very professional in appearance. So is Mahan, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, I'm not sure. But he didn't have a lot to say except that he's the mayor of the third largest city in California.
You know, I always go for the best looking guy, you know, looks good, he's tight. I like that. Appearance means so much. Because the rest of, nobody else cares about anything, you know?
It's a terrible situation, the jungle primary. It really is. It puts us in a really bad spot. Top two, what are you going to do?
We need to be strategic and have a Democrat in the runoff after the primary.
We've got to be very, very strategic in terms of how we vote and how we donate.
I think we should hold our horses and see, before casting a vote, to see who the top Democratic candidates are, so they are the ones who wind up being on the ticket.
I'm going to take the advice that I've read that made the most sense to me that came out of Indivisible and wait to see who is the strongest Democratic front runner and vote at that time, which will be after the third debate.
Hold off is what I understand till it's evident there's a front runner. And then when's the primary? June 3rd?
June 2nd.
June 2nd. And then vote Democrat and Democrat.
Okay. So you're going to wait to vote until after the third debate? Can you tell me about that?
I think by the time after we'll see what happens at the third debate. A front runner may emerge out of the third debate. I'm not sure who that might be. I'm not sure who I prefer at the moment, but I know that we need to be strategic.
Well, I am going with what Willits Indivisible has said about waiting until after all of the debates and everything before we enter our vote. So we make sure that all the Democrats line up behind one candidate and get that person over the hump. I think that's going to be very important. And I'm hoping some Republicans realize the Republican Party isn't supporting them and supporting what they thought. So I think it's important to keep California democratic. You know, we're still a safe haven for a lot of people.
Hello, Alex. What are your thoughts about the governor's race?
Well, you know, I've been asking that same question today because I've been trying to figure out what everybody else is thinking and what we know. And it seems like there are a lot of people who don't know that we've got to be very, very strategic in terms of how we vote and how we donate. And the consensus seems to be that we should not vote until after the third gubernatorial debate, and that we should not donate until after the third gubernatorial debate. And once we have a Democratic frontrunner, then we should vote for and donate to them.